each of the Yes solo projects, and the final album in the first series is just about to be released. It's called Olias of Sunhillow, and Jon Anderson's here with me to talk about the album. But first of all, let's listen to a track and a song called To The Moon.
To move and to chant on the chords in position. As rhythm raced inside the ship came alive and was struck with the soul of perception. And raised their head to space beyond all the mass of the mountains, the sun they were headed.
Jon, welcome along to the programme. And let's get the track title right, first of all.
That track was called The Flight of the Moorglade.
Right, OK.
Nearly right.
Nearly right, yeah, nearly right. The album's late, isn't it?
Yeah, about 5 months later, in fact. I originally planned to do it in 2 months, having already recorded it once on 8-track, and then I got into 24-track, and it just seemed to go on and on. It was like quite a trip, sojourn of getting into music, learning a bit about music and how to formulate the album as I felt correctly. So eventually it took about 6 months.
Has having your own studio at home made very much difference?
Oh, it's fantastic. It gives you the amount of time that you really need if you're going to get involved in your own possibilities and reactions to situations, and you don't have to worry too much about the financial aspect of it, you know, how much it's going to cost at the end. You make the original cost at the beginning and then say, well, that's what I would like, and that's the kind of atmosphere I want to work in, where I can be on my own with Mike Dunn, who helped me do the album. And that's the way it feels natural to me to want to work in a studio on my own without any pressure about time and the usual expenses of making albums and so on.
It occurs to me, actually, Jon, listening to the LP, really, that yours is the closest sounding to the band's album, certainly closer to the band than the other solo things.
Possibly. Because I was very involved in directing the music of the band, mainly because I was originally involved in the song structures and then started thinking about the development of the music around the songs, and then putting forward to the rest of the guys in the band how I felt about the piece of music. I became a director of the guys in the band, so I had generally a vision of what I wanted to hear. And by discussing various ideas, eventually you come up with something you didn't really hear in the first place. You had a sort of vision of the style of music it would be, but with the effect of 4 musicians like her and Yes, it's bound to develop, and that's the way it always became. And so when I did my own album, it was a question of having the vision in the first place to want to present a story, which Olias is about a story, and the music to be compatible to the story. And the initial vision then became this sojourn of kind of trip of getting involved in being able to make all the music myself. And basically the idea of doing it on my own was to learn about music, which I am steadily doing, happily.
Because all the albums have come out fairly close to one another, Jon, haven't they? Was it a conscious decision within the band that you should all make a solo album at this time?
I think most musicians in bands want to be in a band, in a group, and then at the back of their mind they've got this idea of wanting to express themselves totally on their own. And happily, Yes was in the position to do this, and you get your solo albums.
Has it affected, because you're rehearsing right now, aren't you, Jon?
Yeah, we're rehearsing for America.
The fact that you split off to do your solo things, has it affected the working relationship now? Has it changed it at all?
It makes it more involved when we got back together again. It made it more, the possibilities became endless, it seems. And basically we said to ourselves earlier this year, about March, that it would be good to present the group as it is at the moment, being a solo album situation, so we can go on tour and play some Yes music, but also represent each person as a very valid statement, i.e. the record, and then to do the odd track on stage. And that became very apparent to us to want to do. In the event, the more important things that I'm sure we're all thinking about is the next album that we put together later this year.
I wish we had time to talk about that too, actually, Jon, but we've got to start.
Oh.
There we are. Thanks very much.